Okay, so today we'll discuss about the solution of your transportation problem. So as we have discussed, there are several methods for solving your transportation problem. In that, so the first one is your northwest corner method. The second one is your least cost method or matrix minima method. This is also called matrix minima method. And the third one is your Vogel's approximation method. So these are the three different methods. Using these three different methods, we'll be able to find out the, we can able to solve the transportation problem. So today we'll learn about the northwest corner method. So in all this method, finding the solution means what? We are going to find out the initial basic feasible solution. So by finding the solution, that means when you will be able to when you find out the initial basic feasible solution of the same problem by three different methods, you will get some differences there. You will get some differences. Every method will give us some different answer for that. So out of this, whether that which one is the best feasible solution, so for that optimum solution, that will be tested by another method that is called Modi method. By Modi method, we will be able to test which one is the best feasible solution for the given transportation problem. Okay, so that will come in the later part. So first we learn about the northwest corner method. So how will you proceed for that? So let us see. So in the northwest corner method, it's a very simple one. So in abbreviation, it is written as NWCM, northwest corner method. So first thing is what? Whenever you are trying to solve any transportation problem by northwest corner method, the first thing you need to check whether the given transportation problem is your balanced or not. If not, if it is unbalanced, so first you need to make it balanced and then follow the process of northwest corner method. So in the northwest corner method, the first step is what? The first step, just to go through the step, you'll get understand, and then I will discuss these all steps in the problem. So just I am explaining here only. So from where to start? As you have seen the table of the transportation problem, transportation table already I have discussed. So whatever I have written in the transportation table, this all abbreviations, the means what is X11, what is X12, this that means Xij is what is Cij, what is Si, what is Di, what is a small Ais, and what is your small Bis. Already I have mentioned that one. In the you can see from the last video also the details about the transportation table. So now see from where will I start? Start with the cell at the upper left, that means northwest corner. Okay, you have to start from the northwest corner. That means from where? Upper cell to the left one. That means first cell, from the first upper left first cell. We have to start from there and allocate as much as possible equal to the minimum of rim values for the first row and the first club. That means what you need to allocate there? We need to allocate minimum from what? A1 and B1. Minimum from A1 and B1 means what? Minimum from A1 and B1 means what? This one. These are the supplies A1 is A1, A2, A3, A4 are supplies. This B1, B2, B3, B4 are the what? Are the demand. So here you need to allocate. What you allocate here? You need to allocate minimum of what? This A1 and B1. Okay. Then move to the next here. So first, before that, first you see in the first cell. So what you allocate in the first cell, we will start from here. We will start from this cell. And in the first cell, we will allocate what? Minimum of what? A1 and B1. This A1 and B1. Whichever is the minimum, just to allocate that one. So suppose if B1 is the minimum one. Suppose B1 is, suppose I am telling, suppose B1 is less than A1. So that means this B1, so you allocate here how much? You allocate here. You allocate in the first cell how much? A1. Allocate A1. Sorry, B1. Because B1 is less than A1, so B1 is minimum. So allocate B1 here. So now see, B1 is the what? Demand for the destination D1. So the demand of the destination D1 has been fulfilled. Okay. Demand for the destination B1 is what? Totally fulfilled. So then you cancel out this column because demand for the destination is what? Destination is fulfilled already. So then you move to the next cell. Now here, this A1 is the what? A1 is the quantity supplied from the what? Source S1. Now from source S1, already you have supplied B1 quantity to the destination D1. So how much it is left? That is what? A1 minus B1. Because B1 quantity already you have supplied to the destination D1. So what is so how much quantity left to the source S1? That is what? A1 minus B1. So now source S1 can transport only how much quantity? A1 minus B1. Okay, next here. Now in the next destination, in next cell, this cell, in this cell, you need to check B2 and this one, whichever is the minimum one. Out of B2 and A1 minus B1, whichever is the minimum one, that one you have to allocate here in the second cell. So if suppose A1 minus B1 is what? If suppose this A1 minus B1 is less than B2. If A1 minus B1 is less than B2, then what you'll do? Then we allocate this amount, this quantity A1 minus B1 where? In the second cell. So since B2 is less than A1, B2 is greater than A1 minus B1, so the demand for the destination D2 has not been fulfilled. Some quantity for the destination D2 is still left because B2 is what? B2 is greater than A1 minus B1. The source S1 has the capacity to transport only A1 minus B1 quantity. So since A1 minus B1 and in B2, A1 minus B1 is the smaller one. So we have transported this amount A1 minus B1 to the destination D2. So how much it is left? B2 minus A1 minus what? B1. So this much quantity is still left for the destination D2 to be supplied from different source. Now see here. So in the very beginning, what I have did, in the first cell, what we have allocated, we have checked which one is the minimum from B1 and A1. So since B1 is the minimum, so we have allocated that one. So the total demand for the destination has been fulfilled. So we have cancelled this column. So when the demand is fulfilled, so cancel that column. Okay, let's see. So in the very first step, we have started from the first cell, that is northwest corner cell, that is this one here. So we have allocated what? We have allocated the minimum of this A1 and B1. So we have considered, suppose A1, we have considered B1 is less than A1. So B1 is the minimum. So we have allocated B1 quantity here. So now the destination D1 has the total demand is how much? B1. So for the destination D1, the total demand has been fulfilled. So you cancel out this column because the total demand for the destination D1 has been completed. So you cancel out this column. Now, so, and from source S1, what is the total, what is the capacity for the source S1 to transport the quantity? That is A1 quantity. The source S1 can transport up to A1 quantity. So since we have considered B1 is less than A1, so from A1, B1 quantity has been what? Has been supplied, transported to the destination D1. So how much it is left? That is A1 minus B1. A1 minus B1 is left. Now, in the next move to the second your cell. So now here in this cell we'll check now again. So in this cell, that means in this column, what is the demand? B2, and then you check in B2 and in A1 minus B1. From B2 and A1 minus B1, which one is the less? So if you consider A1 minus B1, if you consider A1 minus B1 is less than your B2, if it is less than B2, then what will do? Whichever is the less, that amount should be transported. So A1 minus B1 is less, so I have transported A1 minus B1 here. So A1, so the total supply has been exhausted from the source S1. So this becomes 0. So no quantity left for the source S1 to supply anywhere else. So from source S1 you won't be able to supply anymore because the total supply has been exhausted. So since the total supply has been exhausted, so next you cancel out this row from here, because no more supply can be made from the source S1. So whenever supply becomes 0, then you cancel that row from there. And whenever demand is fulfilled, when demand becomes 0, then you cancel that column. So now for the destination D1, demand is already fulfilled. So that row has, that column has been cancelled out. Now for the source S1, the total total capacity has been exhausted. So this row has been cancelled out. Now next move to where? Next move to this cell. Now this cell, this is the what? Demand is still left for this. Then you check this one and accordingly the source S2. Then you check from here A2 and B2 minus A1 minus B1. Then you check which one is the minimum. Then you insert, allocate that one. So if this one is the less and this one is what? Greater. So allocate this one here. So total demand will fulfill. Then you cancel out this column. Then what is left? Just to write here. After cutting it, just to whatever left, just to write here. Then move to the next cell. Then you check from here. What is the demand? What is the supply? Then you take the minimum of that. Allocate that one. If supply becomes 0, cancel out the what? Cancel out that row. If demand be fulfilled, then cancel out that one. So in like this way, we'll move to the last cell. So this will become more clear if I will take one example on that. So let us take one example on that, then it will be more clear. And the working rule for the northwest corner method is here. You can go through that one. I have written step by step. Step one, what you need to do, you need to start from the very first from the northwest corner cell, and then we have to make allocations. So how to make allocations already I have shown you. Then step 3, continue the same process till your last cell, and that will give us the basic initial basic feasible solution. So let us see this one, this problem. So the question is what? Obtain an initial basic feasible solution to the following transportation problem by northwest corner method. So first, before starting or before applying this northwest corner method to solve this transportation problem, the first step is you need to check whether the given transportation problem is a balanced transportation problem or not. So how to check? You need to check, you need to add the total demand. What is the total demand? So total demand is 34. If you add this 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 14, so it's coming 34. Then you need to check the total supply. How much supply is there? So 7 plus 9 plus 18, that is equal to 34. So total supply is equal to total demand. So this transportation problem is what? Is a balanced transportation problem. And so by northwest corner method, we can find out the initial basic feasible solution for this transportation problem. So let us see here. So what I have discussed in the procedure for the northwest corner method, we have to start from where? We have to start from here, from the very first corner or from the very first cell, and we have to allocate here. So what you need to allocate here? So this is the destination D1. What is the demand? Demand is 5, and accordingly from the source S1 here, because it's the first row, so S1 is the source from where you can supply. So what is the, how much it can supply? 7 unit. So in between 5 and 7, which one is the minimum? 5 is the minimum. 5 is minimum. So allocate 5. Allocate here what? 5. I have allocated 5 here. So total demand becomes, total demand fulfilled. So total demand becomes 0. So since the total demand becomes 0, so you cancel out this column. Is that clear? Next, so how much it is left here? 7 minus 5, how much it is? 2. How much left here? 2 units left. Now move to the next cell, this cell. Now you have to allocate. Now this is the destination D2. So what is the demand? Demand is what? 8 units. And accordingly from this is the first row. So from the source S1, how much supply it can be made? 2 units. So which one is the minimum? In between 2 and 8, which one is the minimum? 2 is the minimum. So you just allocate 2 here. So total supply for the source S1 has been exhausted, so it becomes 0. So you cancel out that row from here. No allocation made in that destination D3 and D4 from source S1. Now, how much it is left? So destination D1 has, demand is what? 8 units. But how much demand has been fulfilled? 2 units only. So how much left? 6 units left still. Still 6 more units has to be supplied to the destination D2. Now, so this since the total supply from the source S1 has been exhausted, so we have cancelled out this row. Now next move to the where? Next move to the next cell below this one, because this column has been already cancelled out. So we have to move here. So now in this cell, now we have to allocate in this cell. Now this is the destination D2. So what is the demand? Now still 6 units required. Now this is the what? Second row. So from source S2 you have to supply. So what is the capacity for the source S2 to supply? That is your 9 units. So from 9 and 6, which one is the minimum? 6 is the minimum. So you just to allocate 6 units here. So now the total demand becomes 0. The total demand is fulfilled. So since the total demand is fulfilled, so you cancel out this column. No more allocation is made. Next. So how much is left here? Since from 9 units, 6 units already have supplied. So how much left? 3 units. 3 units left. Now next you move to the where? Move to the next cell. You need to move here. Next cell. Now this is the destination D3. How much? What is the demand? 7. And from source S2, how much you can supply? 3 units. So from 3, in between 3 and 7, which one is the less? 3 is the less. Then 3 is the minimum. So you allocate 3 units here. So total supply get exhausted. So that becomes 0. No more supply can be made from source S2. Then you cancel out this row. Now, since 3 unit has been supplied to the destination D3, but destination D3 has the how much demand? 7 units. So how much more left? 4 units. Now next, since this row has been cancelled out, so you need to move here because this column also has been already cancelled out. So you have to move here in this cell. Now in this cell you have to make allocation. So how much? So now this is the destination. So more 4 units required. So 4, and for S3 it is what? 18 units. From source S3 how much you can supply? 18 units. So from in between 18 and 4, whichever is the minimum, that you need to allocate here. So 4 is minimum. So 4 you allocate here. So total demand is fulfilled. So that becomes what? 0. Total demand becomes 0. Now next, move to this. If there is more row is there, then you need to cancel out that one. Since there is no more row, so that's is over here. The next, move to the next cell. So what is the so how much left here? It is 14. Because 4 out of from 18, 4 units has been supplied to the destination D3. So how much left? 14 units. And if you move to this cell, so this cell has total this destination D4 has total demand is how much? 14 units. And how much source S3 has the capacity to supply? 14 units. So both are equal. So that you need to allocate whole. So that's over. So in that way, we have to start from northwest cell, and we have to move like this, and we have to reach to the last cell like this. So our initial basic feasible solution is what? Your first here 5. 5 is at what position? It is at the position of what? X11. So X11 is how much? It is 5. Then you have allocated 2 units here. So this is the position of what? X12. X12. That is how much it is? 2. Then there is no more. This is the position of what? X21 or X22. X22. That is how much it is? 6. And then this is the X23. X23 is how much? 3, and then this is what? X3 3, X3 3, that is how much? It is 4, and then your X3 4 is how much? It is 14. So this is the initial basic feasible solution, and the total transportation cost is how much? And the total transportation cost equal to how much? How will you calculate? So this is the what? Unit 5, 2, 6, 3, 4, 14. These are what? Are the units supplied to the various destination. And this here, whatever it is written, 19, 30, 50, 10, 60. These are what? These are the transportation cost per unit. Okay. So now, to the first cell, how many quantity has been supplied? 5 units. And for 1 unit, what is the transportation cost? 19 units. So that is what? 5 into 19 plus next 2 into 30. 2 into 30 plus next 6 into 30. 6 into 30 plus 3 into 40. 3 into 40 plus 4 into 70. 4 into 70 plus 14 into 20. 14 into 20. And that's, if you find it, the total equal to how much? If you multiply and add all this, so you'll get, I think, 1015. You'll get how much? You will get 1015. So this is the total transportation cost for what? This problem. Okay, so just I'm again briefly I'm just recalling all these parts. So how will you start? You start from the very first northwest corner cell. That means this is the first cell from here. So how to start? You need to allocate here. What you need to allocate? So this is the destination D1, and this is the from source S1 you can supply. So you see from source S1 how much you can supply? 7 units. And what is the demand for the destination D1 is 5 units. So whichever is the minimum from this 5 and 7, you need to allocate that one. So from 5 and 7, 5 is the minimum. So 5 I have allocated here. So the total demand is fulfilled. So that becomes 0. So once the demand is fulfilled, so you cancel out that column. Next, move to the next cell. That means this cell. Now this cell. So accordingly this cell. So since 5 units has been allocated to the destination D1, so from source S1 you can supply 7 units, but 5 units already we have supplied to the destination D1. So how much it is left? 2 units. So from source S1 you can supply now only 2 units. So now is check here to the destination D2. From the destination D2, what is the demand? 8 units. And from from source S1, how much you can supply? 2 units. So 2 and 8. Which one is the minimum? Whichever is the minimum, that one you have to allocate. So 2 is minimum. So 2 units we have allocated here. So 2 units allocated. So out of 8 units, 2 units has been supplied to the destination D2, but still the demand has not been fulfilled. Still 6 units left. But since 2 unit has been supplied to here, so there is no more unit left for the source S1. So all the quantity means all quantity from the source S1 has been exhausted. No more quantity left from source S1 to transport to other destination, that is D3 and D4. So then once the supply is exhausted, then you cancel out that row. So we have cancelled out that row. Then so this column is cancelled out. This now from here, this row has been cancelled out. Then you move to next cell. That means this cell. Now in this cell, so this is the cell. This is the destination for the destination D2 and from the source S2. The source S2. What is that? Is 9 units is there from source S2. You can supply 9 units. And what is the demand? Sorry, demand is here 6 unit. 6 unit. So out of 6 and 9, which one is less? 6 is less. So 6 you just allocate here. So 6 unit you have allocated. So how much left from the to the source S2? 9 minus 6, 3. So then, and the total demand for the destination D2 has been fulfilled. So you cancel out that column. Then you move to the next cell. So this cell. Now this is the D3 destination. So D3, what is the demand? 7 units. Then, and this is the what? Source S2. What is the what amount this source S2 can supply? 3 units. So 3 and 7, which one is the less? 3 is the less. So 3, just to allocate here. So once 3 is allocated, so total supply has been exhausted. So that becomes 0. So next you cancel out that row. So we have cancelled out this row. Then you move to the next. So how much demand left? Out of 7, 3 units has been supplied. So 4 units left. Now next move to the next cell here, this cell. Now in this cell, we require how much unit to fulfill the demand? 4 units. And this is the source S3. So how much it can supply? 18 units. So out of 18 and 4, which one is the minimum? 4 is the minimum. So 4, just allocate 4. So total demand is fulfilled. The total demand becomes 0. So if there is more rows, then you need to cancel out because demand is fulfilled. But there is no rows, so just I have stopped here. Now next, you move to the next cell here. So in this cell, that is the destination D4. So D4, how much demand? 14 units. So out of 18, 4 unit has been supplied to the destination D3. So how much it is left? 14. So 14. Demand is 14. Supply is available for 14. So 14 allocate. So total demand. So this becomes 0. And this also becomes 0. So total demand and total supply is what? Met. So this gives us the what? 5 to the according to the position just I have written here. This gives us the initial basic feasible solution for the given transportation problem, and just this 1930. These are what? These are nothing but a transportation cost per unit. So whatever is the unit you have allocated in that cell, you just multiply that and then you add accordingly all this. You will get the what? Total transportation cost. So 5 into 19 plus 2 into 30 plus 6 into 30 plus 3 into 40 plus 4 into 70 plus 4 into 14 into 20. And that if you multiply and add, you will get the total transportation cost. That is 1015. So this is the procedure for solving a transportation problem by northwest corner method. Okay, so I hope that all of you have understand that one. Now I'm giving some problem here. Here some problems are there. You can go through this. Okay. And I have already solved also that one. You can go through that one. Few problems I have solved for your homework, or you can say for your exercise. I have given few problems. You try it. You will be able to understand that one. Okay.